Hello and welcome to the August full moon information that I put out more often than not these days. Who is excited for our second back-to-back full moon in Aquarius? I am me. As an Aquarian, I am so excited. I have been transmuting so much energy over the last week or two, which is exactly what this moon is bringing in. The water of Aquarius sign is to cleanse our emotions. And I don't know about you guys, but I've been very, very emotional in the last week, particularly. I'll be watching something or I'll be listening to something and all of a sudden I get this wave of emotion. Yesterday I actually had a beautiful mediumship reading, and I'm going to be sharing all about that on Sunday in my Sunday service. And it was like speaking on the phone with my granddad for about 45 minutes. And for those of you that know my story with me and my granddad, he's the reason I'm here. It's down to him 100%. And I was able, I'm going to get emotional. Whew. I was able to have that conversation with him yesterday, obviously via somebody that was there channeling the information to me. So very emotional times. You know, we are here to bring on the water to make sure that we are cleansing not only ourselves but the universe, the planet, the earth, whatever you refer to. It's time to shift things up in such a huge way. If you've been watching the meditation videos that I've recently put out, you will know that we have been working on this as a collective, which has been in divine timing for what the world requires. Now, this full moon is pretty special. It relates very much to personal and spiritual growth. Now, all of us are going through an awakening right now. You know, even the most sleepy are starting to say, this doesn't quite make sense to me. Or, you know, they're saying, what does 111 mean? You know, even the really, really sleepy are waking up now. Plus, this moon is very much about abundance in the form of fortune. Okay, so there's going to be good fortune if we utilize this energy in the way that we can. Because remember, we're here to remember. So this full moon is loaded with energy around relationships. If you are like myself, maybe you're dating, searching for a long-term intimate partner, now is the time to keep your eyes and your heart open to receive what will be sent your way. Sometimes it doesn't show up in the form that we imagine, so we ignore it, we bypass it. So keep your eyes and your heart open at all times. Now, if you are in a relationship, be open to deeper connection and commitments. Maybe moving in together, maybe discussing a different path for the future. Now is the time for creation. Now, you guys are a really, really powerful bunch. So I am pretty certain that you would have felt these emotions coming in. It's almost like we're being really, really rattled up in so many ways. So we're cleansing a lot of things, but there's also a huge layer of happiness, feeling content, like this knowing, we just know. There's a level of optimism, even though the world, your world, may be on fire around you. There is a level of optimism right now. There's hope. There's hope that maybe we've not had in the last couple of years. Something else that's really, really shown up for me, and this is going to sound weird, but I'm being extremely generous right now. I'm giving a lot of my time to people. I'm doing a lot more videos than normal. And guys, I'm going to pop in the description my social media platform. So I'm not only on YouTube, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Telegram, I'm on Facebook. I'm back on Facebook for my sins. Like I am doing lives constantly. I'm giving information constantly. And, you know, there's a lot of people out there at the moment going, but I'm not as far ahead as you. That's down to you. That's down to you. So I'm giving exercises in my group on Facebook, Self-Love Club with Lucy Davis. I'm literally doing lives and giving people exercises to do to go off and create. It's down to you guys whether you utilize them or not. Know that there are such a huge amount of opportunities arising right now. Are you ready for them? Are you ready to welcome them in? This full moon, my apologies, it's not new moon, it's full moon. This full moon will catapult new positive effects for those who can remain in their divine heart space as we go through this transition. We are here to transmute. We are here to transition through this. And quite interestingly, I saw a lot of frogs this morning, and they are all about transitioning and transformation. So it's extremely exciting times. How good does this feel? It's positive, it's light, it's bouncy. I feel alive, and I don't know if it's because we're going back into, you know, more Aquarius energy, and I'm an Aquarian, but oh my gosh, it just feels so, so good to me. So let's start with the ritual. Okay, so the list of things that you are going to need for this ritual this time round. First and foremost, you're going to need a cleansing tool of choice. Doesn't matter if it's sage, it's salt, it's incense, it's essential oils, whatever you use it. The second thing you're going to need is a candle. Okay, and no, we're not burning anything, people. I really apologize. I know you guys love to burn. The third thing is going to be some sort of beautiful music that connects to you. I would recommend something like solfeggios, something like that, that really is at the frequency that catapults our DNA activations. Now, the next bit is you're either going to need a piece of cardboard or a piece of paper, or you can actually use your laptop. And I never normally bring electronics into this, but you can if that seems right with you. On top of that, you're going to need pens, colouring pencils, colouring pens, magazines, whatever. You can kind of hear where this is going to go, right? So first and foremost, as always, we cleanse ourselves. Okay, you must cleanse yourself. And as you do, say something along the lines of, I am a divine being of light and hold all the power within to create my visions into reality. Feels good, right? When I channeled that, I was like, oh, I like that one. The second one, as always, is cleansing your space. So if you're using your laptop, you're probably going to be indoors this time. So just cleanse all of your space as you normally do, with the windows open, very important. And then say something along the lines of, release all the stagnant energy that no longer serves the creation of my manifestations. Again, it feels beautiful, right? Like to me, I was like, oh, I love that. Thank you. Step number 3, light your candle. Oh, so you'll need a lighter as well. I should have added that to the list too. So a lighter or a tool of choice to actually light your candle. And then pop the music on. So you're literally just going to have your candle there near you. You're going to have your chosen music on, because it's just going to help to activate your cells at the level that we're actually going to want to do this, okay? So the next step is sit on the floor or at the table, like whatever works for you, and start to create your vision board. You can use words with a view to creating it later if you choose. So you might have a piece of paper and, you know, write some words on it. You might have a piece of paper and draw. You might put a tree, and you might put a school, and you might put like a big love heart, and you might put these things on it. Whatever works for you, you can literally do that, or you can actually create it through this ritual. For me, like I've recently done a vision board. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at it. I'm going to see if there's anything that needs tweaking, maybe add some new words that really, really focus, and ask yourself the questions. If you've already got a vision board, is this really me? Do I need any changes? And actually ask yourself as you're writing it down, because, you know, a lot of people will be like, oh yeah, I need some money because I need to buy a house. But actually, is that really what you want? Or do you want to live in a world where actually, you know, everything, a house is given to you for free because, do you know what, that's our God-given right. Maybe that's where you're at with it. So this has to be about you. It's not about me. It's not about my belief system. And it's certainly not about what I am creating, because obviously I'm creating for me. Once it is done, feel into it for about 15 minutes. Now, what I mean by that is either look at it and just make sure that it really is you, or it could be in meditation. But just ask yourself the question, is this really me? Is this really what I choose for me and my family going forwards? Whichever you choose, make sure you believe it with every single one of those gorgeous cells that are roaming around your body, because if you do not believe it, it will not come into manifestation. Now, step number 7, put your hand on your heart. So once you're finished and you've manifested it and you've meditated on it and you know that it's you and you're like, yes, I've got this, put your hand on your heart and repeat, it is done, 8 times. It is done. It is done. So do that 8 times, okay? Step number 8, pop it somewhere where you're going to see it every single day. That might be on your phone. If you're anything like me, you're on your phone every day. It might be the backdrop of your laptop. It might be on the fridge. It might be on the kitchen wall. It might be on your bedroom. You might get it framed and put it somewhere. Put it somewhere where you are going to see it every single day. And every time you see it, believe it. Know that it is done. Let me know how that feels to you guys. I am so excited to be on this journey with you. Pop your comments below and I will come back to you. Sending you guys lots of love. Take care.